So, good evening. Good evening. We have a big game tomorrow against United, Manchester United. Not a very good Manc accent, but there you go. We have got a big game against them tomorrow. I'll be dropping my preview at about 10 o'clock UK time. So make sure you're getting voting on Flick. The polls are up. I've changed it around a little bit this week as well, so you can pick Aubameyang to be a striker if you want to. You can pick Saka at left back. You can put Kolasinac at centre back if you want, because that's how we're rolling right now. But do download Flick. Do go and get involved in that, and that'll help form the starting 11. I'll still give you my starting 11, but you get a say as well. It is your channel basically. Without you guys watching it, I am sitting here talking to myself. So yeah. Also, make sure, if you want to be in with a shout, and it is the last shout, you've got until midnight tonight, UK time. Make sure you download HOTMIC, use my code Lee623, and one lucky winner will be announced on the watch along tomorrow, who is the winner of I get it wrong every time, the winner of a football shirt of your choice with any name and number on the back of it. So make sure you download HOTMIC, get on it right now. Big up wifey in the chat. Are you cold? It is a bit chilly. I can't lie. It was beautiful today, but it is a little bit, I wouldn't say I'm cold, but yeah, I'm all right. I'm good. I'm all good. It's not as cold as England, that's for sure. Big up my guy on Facebook as well. The real one, DVS. But this is a combined 11. I was going to do a combined 11 with everyone fit, but I thought, what's the point in that? We might as well do it with players available. So yeah, we're going to do it with players available. I'm going to go 4-3-3 because I think that's the formation that most of us want to see as Arsenal fans, and I think that mostly Man United fans want to see that with their team as well. I know they do play that more often than we do, but yeah, I want to go over 4-3-3. So we're going to go with a goalkeeper, and this is an interesting one because David De Gea, although he's fallen from grace, he's still a decent goalkeeper, isn't he? And this season, he's actually been very good, like really good. He saved a penalty this season. He's made some really good saves. I wouldn't say he's back to his best. I don't think he'll ever get back to that level. I think them days of him turning into Spider-Man are gone. Now I've said that, that'll happen tomorrow, won't it? But he has made some pretty good saves this season. And listen, their backline's been pretty poor this season. So he's had to be on top of his game. And then obviously we've got Leno, who most people, including me, or a lot of people, should I say, probably not most, it was 50-50 split really, wasn't it? Didn't want him to be number one. They wanted Martinez to have a go. Obviously, he's left. But Leno's made some half-decent saves this season. He scares the life out of me with the ball at his feet. And this one's a lot closer than it probably should have been. Because if you say, who would you rather have, David De Gea or Bernd Leno, 90% of people are going with David De Gea. But it's a little bit closer than it should be, and that's because De Gea's fallen from being top tier down a little bit. But I am still going to put him in goal because he can be unbelievably good. And this season, I think he's been better than Leno so far. Although we have got the second best defence in the league, I think only Villa have got a better goal difference than us. I do think that he's been more worked than our goalkeeper, and he's actually performed pretty well, like I said. So hopefully he has a stinker tomorrow, and Leno has a great game. But I am sticking De Gea in goal. Right back, this is a no-brainer. Wan-Bissaka, light work. We don't even need to tell you why. We all know why. So let's just move on to left back. Left back. Oh dear, oh dear. I've seen people sitting there gassing up Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw. I remember when they signed Luke Shaw, and they said, £30 million, £32 million. But if we have Luke Shaw for a decade, it works out at £3.2 million, blah, blah. He's still spinning around. He is still spinning around from when Pepe destroyed him. I see you, man, in the chat saying Tellez. He's self-isolating. He's got COVID, mate. So he's not available, hence why I'm not picking him. But I wouldn't have picked him anyway. I would have picked Tierney over Luke Shaw or Tellez. But yeah, Tierney for me. Centre backs, this is hard. Gabriel walks straight in. I don't think that's even a debate. I think most Man United fans with more than one brain cell would pick Gabriel as one of their two centre backs. It's hard because then the next centre back spot, it's Harry Maguire, Lindelof, and Mustafi. Yeah, I suppose you could put Twanzebe in there as well, couldn't you? maybe we should put Twanzebe in there. I don't know. Harry Maguire is not as bad as people think he is. Yes, he has a catastrophic error in him and goes through little phases where he looks brilliant and looks like the £80 million centre-back they wanted. But then he goes through Mustafi moments where he just looks like an absolute liability. And I don't know, man. Mustafi, I'm not putting Mustafi anywhere near that. I think that does a disservice to the rest of the back line. And then obviously Lindelof, who I think is massively overrated. I really do. And when I look at their two centre-backs, United, them two in particular, I just think like 80 million quid. Yes, you got ripped off with him. Same as we got ripped off with Pepe, if we're being honest. They ain't 70, 80 million quid footballers, but they're not as bad as people make them out to be. But because they cost so much money, it's always highlighted that when Harry Maguire makes a mistake, it's, we got Gabriel, we paid a third of the price, ha, ha, ha. And then when Greenwood scores, it's, he's better than Pepe or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Because we paid 70 odd million. So I don't know. Maybe we should just go with Twanzebe based on current form. He's probably been the best of them centre-backs, the ones remaining for that second spot. I don't know. Should we just throw him in? Let's go for it. Let's throw him in. Big up my guy. Man United fan in the building, baby. He's gone De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Gabriel, Tierney, Pogba, Fred, Bruno, Rashford, Martial, Aubameyang. Fred is ridiculously underrated by a lot of people. We're coming to him in a minute. But yeah, that's. I'm shocked you picked Maguire. I know a lot of fans are rating this Twanzebe, and he has played very well in the games that he's played, hasn't he? Maybe something a little bit different by putting him in. I don't know. But listen, like I said, Harry Maguire is not as bad as people think he is. The same as Pepe isn't as bad as people think he is. But David Luiz is injured. Shea, he's not available. Neither is Tellez. He's isolating. He's got COVID or tested positive for COVID. And Martial suspended. Other than that, it's pretty much full systems go for both teams. So yeah, thank you for that, mate. Appreciate that, Prem Prodigy. Let's move on to midfield after we've read that before it goes. Thank you, Himanshu. Appreciate that. It's very, bruv. You can't argue with facts, and facts don't care about your feelings, bruv. You know what I'm saying? And I am the voice of facts, as we know, not the voice of opinions, the voice of facts, because facts don't lie. People do. But thank you for that as well, bruv. Appreciate that. But midfield. Obviously, we're going 4-3-3. We've done the back line. We're going with Fred. I'm putting him in, and I'm putting him next to Thomas Partey. I think both of them are decent. And Fred, people can say like, oh, he cost 50 million. He's rubbish. He's this. He's that. I'm putting him in. Yeah, I've actually been really impressed with him this season. He's been one of their better players in the games that they've lost this season. He's actually been one of the better players. Yeah, and he's one that can walk off the pitch and go, yo, I actually played all right today. You lot fucked up. Yeah, I think he's been really good this season. I'm putting Thomas Partey next to him. We know what we get with Thomas Partey. He's gonna get stuck in. He's gonna drive you over halfway, and yeah, hopefully we see a good performance from him tomorrow. Hopefully not so much from Fred. This is where I've got a massive issue because I don't particularly rate Paul Pogba, but this season in certain games, not every game, but certain games, especially the one the other night, I thought he was superb. But I am not reactionary. I'm not going to sit there and go, oh, he had one good game, so now he's back. No, not for me. I'm going to say it as I see it. I'm going to go with Bruno Fernandes in front of them two. I think he's been absolutely brilliant since he's been here. People can laugh and take the mick out of him getting penalties left, right and centre. You have to actually be in the opposition box to win a penalty. Does everyone forget that? Which is why I don't sit there crying when people get penalties. Yeah, I can sit there and debate whether it's a penalty or not. I see when we played Liverpool the other week, everyone was going, oh, Mane, he elbowed Tin in the face. He didn't. It's not a red card. But then when Gabriel does exactly the same to, I think it was Firmino, nobody mentioned it. That should have been a straight red and a penalty. You know, if Mane's one was a straight red and a free kick, then that should have been a straight red and a penalty. So I don't know, but I'm looking at it thinking, Bruno, man, that guy has been absolutely brilliant since he's been here, and he's everything that Arsenal need in their midfield. Somebody who can score a goal, he can create a goal. He'll win you a free kick. He'll score the free kick. He'll score the penalty. He's a brilliant footballer, and the price they've paid for him, I think, is a bargain. especially when you look at some of the other players that we've already spoke about and the price tags with them. I think Bruno Fernandes is absolutely quality. And I've been reliably informed by Kenny Ken, it's not Fernandes, it's Fernandes. I don't know where Kenny gets this from, but it's Fernandes, apparently. Bruno Fernandes, big up Kenny Ken. Apparently, the way you pronounce the E and the S at the end in Portuguese is different to Spanish. I don't know. I'll trust Kenny. He is the elder one of us, so I'll go with Kenny Ken. But this is where it gets interesting now. The front three, left wing, Rashford. And I'm picking Rashford based on his form this season. And the fact that he bagged a hat-trick the other night. Like I said, I'm not reactionary. I don't just go after one game. But he came on and he looked lively. Other games I've seen him play this season, I've been like, boy, you're on it this season. And obviously, he's scoring the goals as well. What was that the other day? 6th or 7th goal of the season, something like that. So, yeah, he's big up my guy. Portuguese. This is why I love YouTube, man. The Portuguese guy in the chat confirms it is Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes, baby. Thank you very much, my guy. But yeah, I think Rashford's been superb this season. I don't particularly rate him as highly as United fans do. But you got to look at it and say, like, for somebody who's been dumped out left wing, then he leads the line, then he's on the right wing. You know, he's playing in a team that's not the all singing, all dancing Man United. He ain't done too bad, has he? I still think he's overrated, but I think he's definitely improving. And to score a hat trick the other night, he was head and shoulders when he came on. He was just levels quicker than everyone. I was like, mate, he's up against Mustafi or Bellerin at the weekend or both. But I'm going to put him on the left wing. Thank you very much to Alan. Watched on the football terrace. Oh dear. Thank you. Do you know what? Mad love from all of you guys, man, because I didn't realize how many of you watched it. It's crazy. And for the last 3 or 4 streams, you lot have just been giving me mad love. So it is what it is. Listen, I will never change how I am. And if I believe strongly in something, I'm going to stick to it. And if I don't believe in something, I ain't backing it. Hence Mikel Arteta. So there we go. I'm going to sip on my rum and coke. It's Saturday night. And happy Saturday. And thank you for that, mate. Appreciate it. Yeah? And then we're going to go on to the right-hand side. Right-hand side. What do we do on this side? Mason Greenwood. Pepe. Saka we could throw there. We could even throw Pogba out there if we wanted to, couldn't we? We could throw Joe Willock out there. We tend to play him right wing quite a lot. But we could even stick Willian out there, couldn't we? But I am going to stick Pepe right wing. And this was tough. When I was sitting there working this out earlier, I was sitting there thinking, do I put Greenwood in? Because Greenwood's like the unpredictability factor. Yeah, you know he's good. You know he's a real good talent. But he's going to be up against Tierney if you switch sides, for example. Yeah. I don't know. Not for me. I'd rather a Pepe, somebody who's unpredictable. He don't know what he's doing, rather than a young lad who could easily get negged out playing up against a decent left-sided left back, for example. If you switched it around and put Tierney the other way and you're putting Greenwood up against him, I think he'd struggle. Yeah, he might end up having a good game. Who knows? But for me, I'm going Pepe, and the reason I'm going Pepe is because, again, if you flip it, it's going to be Pepe up against probably Luke Shaw. Last time they played against each other, Pepe ruined him. Not only that, Pepe has scored 3 goals in his last 4 or 5 games. Couple of assists. He scored a banger the other day. I think Pepe's been all right this season. You know, he winds me up. He infuriates me, but he is so talented. And for me, he needs to play more. We see the other night when he did that little ball roll and then just pinged it, postage stamp. I think he's been class. He came off the bench against Sheffield United, run around like 40 yards and pinged one in the bottom corner. He's actually done very well this season in the time that he's played Pepe. Like I said, don't get it twisted. He infuriates the life out of me at times. But it was a tough one because I look at Saka's performances this season. I just don't think he's been that great so far. He's been good, but I don't think he's been great. Mason Greenwood probably ain't played enough games this season, really, is he? And then you got Dan James. I mean, come on, just go back to Swansea, bruv. Like, really. Big up my sister on Facebook. Big up, sis. Hope the kids are well. Hope they're good, behaving themselves. And yeah, you can't really throw Pogba out on the right wing. You could probably play there, but what's the point? So for me, I'm going to put him in. I'm going to put him in. Bruv, you can feel free to pick your 11 in the chat. It's only my 11, bruv. It's not set in stone. It's never going to happen. Feel free to put your 11 in. I'll read it out. Everyone's got a different preference. I haven't seen enough of Pogba this season to make me think, oh, he can get in over Fred, or he can get in over Partey. Yeah, I'm always picking Partey. You need that big man in midfield that's going to battle and win the ball back and drive you over halfway. Yes, Pogba can do that, but for me, he don't do it enough. And I know Thomas Partey's only just got here, but from what I've seen of him so far, he looks like the missing link for us in midfield. So yeah, man. Look at this joker, long-term Saka hater. Well, who are you dropping then, Pepe or Rashford, bruv? Or would you drop Bruno Fernandes and put him at number 10? And then up front, obviously no Martial. Rashford's out on the wing. Leaves one player, Aubameyang, who needs a goal. Let's be real here. He needs a goal. He scored in the Rapid Vienna game the other night. He started off the season pretty well against Fulham. Then the game after that against West Ham, I thought he was all right. But some of his performances, I mean, Man City was just embarrassing for him. He was walking around the pitch, literally caught ozolitis, just couldn't be bothered, just strolling. But when he came off the bench against Rapid Vienna the other night, again, very similar to how Rashford did in the game against Leipzig, he just looked so much quicker than everyone else. Yeah, maybe that's because the game, they were tired and he's come on, he's fresh, he's quick, he's lightning quick in the box. The same with Rashford. I don't know. Maybe it was that. But he took his goal well and he played very well when he came on in that game. He obviously got benched the other night for the game against Dundalk. He wasn't great in the game against Leicester. Did absolutely nothing, if I'm being honest. But if you want somebody in and around the penalty box to score you a goal with his movement, his ability in a penalty box, then if you're picking out a Cavani, Greenwood, Rashford, who I've put on the left wing, so I ain't picking him up front, and then Aubameyang, Laka or Eddie, you're going Aubameyang. Let's be real here. Yeah, Cavani, a bully, a defender. He'll win a physical battle with you. Aubameyang ain't that type of guy. Yeah, Aubameyang's just basically a version of me. Yeah, he's just a darker version of me. He's even got the gap in the teeth, the overbite, the lot. But yeah, I'm going, look, why does everyone get so triggered? I don't hate Saka. What is the matter with you? Why do people get so triggered? Bruv, it's my 11. It's not ever going to happen. Pick your 11. Put it in the chat. I'll read it. It's my 11. My man, the Man United fan, Prem Prodigy, picked his 11. I didn't sit there crying. Pick your 11, bruv. All of you pick your 11. I'll read as many as I can. Jesus Christ. I didn't realise I was going to cause so much drama. Look at what you've caused, Chig, since you got in here. Do you know what I mean? I fully missed my man's donation as well. Unbelievable. But if you're going to pick out a Cavani and Aubameyang, you're going Aubameyang. Let's be real here. Let me go and get this donation, mate. Sorry about that, bruv. Eden, thank you very much, mate. He says, Lee, it was a joy to watch you outsmart the super fans on football tennis. Thank you, man. To the point where they tried changing the subject and ended up leaving the call. Well, listen, mate, at the end of the day, I don't claim to be like the biggest, best Arsenal fan that speaks for everyone else. I don't. I speak for myself. But when people want to sit there and call me a fake and a fraud and all this and that, yeah, I ain't having that, mate, especially when they're doing it for an hour. Yeah. And that's why I jumped on it. And I've seen people say, like, I've had a couple of people say, oh, well, you didn't let him speak. You didn't let him speak. Well, he spoke for an hour. So maybe when he spoke for an hour, he should zip it shrimpy when I come on and let me have my say, because you've had yours for an hour without me even having a right to reply because I weren't there. So now I've come on and said something. Now you want to cry. Okay. Well, anyway, less of that. But thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Appreciate all of you guys. Here we go. My man. Rashford right wing, Saka left wing. Laka scored 3 and 5. He's also not scored in the last 3 games. He hasn't even looked interested in the last 3 games. And let's be honest, if you was to pick a striker, real talk, or based on this season, if you just want to base it on this season, without a goal, Aubameyang in the last, couple of league games? Well, in fact, Arsenal were without a goal in the last couple of league games. If you had to line up Aubameyang, Cavani, and Lacazette, most people are picking Aubameyang, and there's a reason for that. It's because he is the best of the 3. And if you want to pick a combined 11, then you go with Aubameyang up front for me. But your bench, you could have Lacazette on the bench. You could have Cavani. You could have Pogba. You could have Xhaka if you really like Xhaka that much. You could have Zoolander on there. You know, it'd be a decent combined squad out of the two squads, because I actually think Man United have got a good squad, hence why they got more players in my combined 11. But I don't, Chicken Lee on the in-betweeners. But I think Man United have got a decent team. Now we've got to pick a manager. This is where it gets interesting. We've got to pick a PE teacher or Pep's comb boy. I don't know. What are we doing? Well, we're going to base it. We're going to base it on this season, current form, and we're going with Arteta. Man United have lost 3 out of 3 at home. Is that right? I think they've lost 3 out of 3 at home. They're sitting 15th in the table. We're above them. We've both won in Europe twice, although their teams that they've played were a lot harder than the 2 teams we've played. Maybe we could give Gunnosaurus a job. I don't know. Be the manager. Maybe Mesut could be the cheerleader, sitting online. Did anyone notice that he wasn't sat online tweeting the other night? Maybe he's been told off. Slap on the wrist. Naughty. Go and sit on the naughty step, Mesut. But there we go. That's my combined 11. That's my manager. What's your prediction? You'll find out about 10 o'clock tonight, mate, when I do the preview. If you want to join in and pick the team, the starting 11, everyone went with a 4-3-3. Well, majority did. So the polls, you can vote on the polls for each position, which player you want to see. Download Flick. The link's in the description. If you want to be in with a shout to win a football shirt of your choice with any name and number on the back of it, you have got until midnight tonight to download HOTMIC. That is also free. And I've also got, I need to double check something real quick. But if you want to buy any Arsenal merch, let me just double check my emails. So they emailed me earlier. They haven't replied back to me. But I've got a website with my own personal link on it. And it's in euros. So I think it's about there or thereabouts the same, isn't it? Let me go to Arsenal football. There we go. So, for example, if you want to buy the Arsenal away shirt, you save €26.99 by buying it off of this website with my code, because you get 30% off the retail price. But I'll deal with all of that on the watch along tomorrow. I'll have all the links and all that out tomorrow. So make sure you come and check out the watch along. The winner of the t-shirt will be announced on the watch along as well. Guna Eagle Eye is very close to 10K. I swear down, this geezer. You're causing me dramas in my chat, you know. Yeah, he's hated Saka from day one. Look at this joker, man. I swear down. Babes, block him. Block him. Wifey, block him. But no, go and subscribe to Chig. Guna Eagle Eyes. Links in the description. Let's get him to 10K, man. So close. About 450, 500, something like that from 10K. So let's get that done. He's my partner in watch-alongs. And let's read through some more of your comments while we're here. Any advice on starting an Arsenal fan channel? What you mean, a YouTube channel of your own? I have a lot of rage against Arsenal I need to release. No, mate, listen, I'm not the messiah when it comes to YouTube channels. I'd say PewDiePie is probably the guy. PewDiePie is the guy. I'd love to meet PewDiePie. That geezer's awesome, bruv. Absolutely awesome, dude. But thank you, my friend. For me, consistency and say what you think, regardless. Obviously, keep it within the parameters and the rules and regulations of the platform you're on, because you don't want to get suspended. But for me, just be consistent, mate. Consistent and stick to it. If you don't like a particular manager, Arteta, for example, don't get swayed because people want to run their mouths to you and give you abuse and say you're only doing it for hits and clicks. I'd get more hits and clicks sucking him off than I would slagging him off. But there we go. But yeah, consistency and just being you, mate, I suppose, isn't it? The first thing you got to do is actually start it. That would be the hardest part, is actually starting it and putting yourself on camera. But I remember when I used to sit there with my iPhone, balancing on an ironing board or on a coffee table with a book, just talking into my iPhone and then uploading it off my phone. It was mad. We've moved forward a lot since them days. So thank you, guys. Stop hating Xhaka, Chig. It's never wrong. Remember that, Lee. I remember when Chig said he'd take Eddie Howe as manager. There were quite a few on Facebook tonight. Wicked photo as well, bruv. Big up the real one. The real one in the picture. I can't believe he asked for a selfie with you, mate. I don't understand, Lee, why Arteta keeps playing the players out of position. Mad or what? Lifelong Gooner saw my first game in 1969. You're showing your age, Peter. Versus Liverpool when Highbury had a record attendance of 72k. Brilliant atmosphere. Miss Highbury a lot. Love your channel. What's I say? Fucked off the players are his brother. Listen, people can do what they want, mate. Yeah, they can do what they want, and good luck to them. Troops is sound, bruv. I get on well with Troops, but I would always just say what I think, mate. I'm not saying Troops doesn't, by the way. Before anyone goes, oh, he was slagging you off. No, I won't. No, I won't. But yeah, I don't get why Arteta don't play players in the right positions either, mate. It does my nutting, especially when you see on paper our squad could be so much better. And this is where people said to me the other day, yeah, but Lee, you said even if we got Thomas Partey and Houssem Aouar, we wouldn't get top four. Yeah, because Arteta's the manager. Even without Aouar, put a proper manager in, I think we could get top four. You know, pick the right players. Martinelli, when he's back, start him. Saka, start him. Pepe, Abba, Partey, Ceballos, Maitland-Niles, Saliba, or even Louise, if you want to put Louise in. Gabriel, Tierney, Leno. That 11 gets top four. Gets top four. Lee PewDiePie. Come on, real one. PewDiePie. I watch PewDiePie every day, man. That geezer's sick. Some of these comments are too funny, man. Are you going to start an Arsenal career mode on your other channel like last time? I haven't even brought FIFA, mate. It's the first one I've never brought. So not yet, I won't be. No, to be fair, mate, I ain't got time. Trying to find the time when the games are coming every 3 days. And I've got some shows lined up. Turkish is going to be doing a show, I think, as of next week. I need to clarify that with him. But he's going to be hosting a show on this channel. I'll be on with the first couple of shows. He's going to be doing a weekly show. I think that's starting next week. It's either going to be every Monday or every Tuesday. Depends if we play on them days. So if it's Monday Night Football, then it'll be on the Tuesday. If it's Tuesday League Cup, then it'll be on the Monday. But every single week, Turkish will be hosting a show, an hour-long live stream. So make sure you come and give him some support, get involved in that. And also, seeing as my boy Chig's in the chat as well, we'll push the podcast because Kenny Ken, Claude, my boy Chig, I think Afzal's getting involved. And we're trying to get Zach involved. I think Zach's going to get involved. We're all in a group chat together. If you think I hate Arteta, you ain't heard nothing yet. Yeah, you wait till you hear Zach. I'm actually really mild when it comes to Arteta. If you think I hate Ozil, you ain't heard nothing yet. This guy is like a more extreme league gunner, but he's sound as fuck. And we're all going to be doing a podcast I think that was every fortnight. It might be every week. I don't know. And I'll be also jumping on Claude's channel again on Monday coming in the morning for a coffee morning with Claude. And I'll be doing a show. I think it'll be every week with Chig as well. A little half hour, 45 minutes or something every week with Chig. So yeah, we got loads of stuff coming up. When I get off of this, I'm going to make a phone call to somebody because I'm trying to line up another show with someone else every week as well. So this is just going to keep getting bigger and better every week. And can't wait, man, for you guys to see everything. Once my graphics are set up, this camera is the bane of my life. I don't even know it's that there. This camera has driven me mad. And OBS, if anyone's any good at OBS, let me know because it's doing my tits in. Yeah, it's hard work trying to incorporate certain things into certain places. So if anyone does know how to use it, hit me up. But let's do 3 more. Restrictions in place in England until December. Has that come out? Has that actually been announced? Rah, back in lockdown then. I left at the right time. I got back to the sun. Is that actually real? Is that actually just happened? Zach speaks facts. He does speak facts. Afsal from AFTV. Yeah, man, we're all in a group chat together. Big up Afsal, man. We like Afsal. Let's do a couple more. I love Aubameyang. Hopefully we play to his strengths. Unfortunately, we won't. But yeah, I love Aubameyang too. I wish my last name was Gunner. Yeah, bro, I'm kind of lucky. I was born Arsenal. I can't support Tottenham or Chelsea or Man U or anyone else with that name, can I? Lee, you're on the upward trajectory with this channel, with these moves. Keep it up, mate. We need more real converts, bruv. Listen, thank you, appreciate it. For me, the guy Lee Legio, who asked about setting up a channel and stuff like that. One other thing I'd say as well: have a structure. That buzzword's back again. Have a structure in place, a plan of what you want to do and how you want to do it, and shows that you want to do at certain times on certain days, and make sure you stick to it. And then when you get to a certain level of subs or views, then you add something else. And that's what I've done. You know, I know everything I'm doing all the way up to 100K. Yeah, after that, I need to, or on the way, or when I get close to that, if I get close to that, then I need to do a next step after that. But I've had it in my head since day one, everything I'm going to do at certain thresholds to expand it and make it bigger and better. So we're not far off 50K. Now the 50K plan kicks in. Then when we get to 75, the next plan kicks in. Then when we get to 100, bang, the next one kicks in. So it's now trying to network and get hold of a few people and try and create stuff. And listen, this channel has been built on being honest, being raw, being passionate. So anyone who comes on this show and on this channel has to be the same. Whether that be from Chelsea, whether that be from Arsenal. We had Matisse on here the other week. Brilliant. Absolutely spoke superbly about Chelsea Football Club. Yeah. And anyone who comes on here, I ain't just getting any old idiot on my channel. And that's not a dig at Terry before any of you say I'm sending shots at Terry. Me and Terry get on very well, and it's not shots at Terry. But for me, I want to go down the route of getting people on it and on my wavelength with what I want to do with my channel. So yeah, man, it's all good. Why are you not on AFTV anymore, bro? Hashtag CFC. I just wanted to concentrate on this, mate. I've moved over to Spain, obviously, and then we got put in lockdown in England, so I stayed there for 4 months. So my plans have gone a little bit backwards in what I'm doing here in Spain, because I'm now going to stay in this apartment for another year. I didn't want to stay here for another year, but it's no drama. It's a nice little gaff. But the idea was I'd have somewhere bigger now, and I could have a little room set up as a studio and stuff like that. But I thought, you know what? Let me stay here for another year and stash as much money as I can. And in a year from now, then we're going to do it. So it's kind of put me back a little bit. But in the meantime, the money that I could have spent out on getting somewhere like that, I've spent on loads of equipment: mic, lighting, monitors, cameras, graphics, Elgato green screen down there. I now just need to set it all up, and it's finding the time. And OBS is a ball ache, man. So yeah, we've done a new Mac as well. We're on the brand new Mac. So yeah, I thought, you know what? Let me pump the money back into the channel, and we can just wait another year and then move, innit? I'm happy where I am. So yeah, man, I just decided to concentrate on this. Big up my guy Josh, 50K by the end of the year, soon to come. Sub to the Voice of Facts. Thank you, mate. It would be nice. It would be very nice. We're going into November tomorrow. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody. There you go. Happy Halloween. I'm going to do a couple more because I'm nice. Next 5 Premier League games: United, Villa, Leeds, Wolves, and Chelsea, Tottenham. Then after that, we've got Man City in the Cup, haven't we? And then we've got Chelsea on Boxing Day. We're fucked. We are fucked. Look at this joker. Why don't you come to Spain? Why don't you just come to Spain? Just jack your job in and come. Schools are staying open, apparently. Fuming. So is this lockdown a proper lockdown or not a lockdown? I'll ring you in a bit, babe. I need to make a couple of calls and I'll call you back, yeah? I wasn't calling T-Cara babe, by the way. I was calling wifey babe, just to clarify that before anyone gets on my case. I'm going. I'll see you all later. I'll be back about 10 o'clock with a preview for the game. Get involved on Flick. Download it right now. Get involved. You can pick the players you want to see in the positions you want to see them in. Go and do that right now. It's free. Download HOTMIC. The code is scrolling across the bottom. Lee623. It's also in the description. Last chance. You got until midnight tonight to get involved in in trying and being the one lucky person who wins the football shirt of your choice with any name and number on the back. Get involved. I'm out of here. All have a wonderful early evening. I'll be back at 10. Laters, peeps.